Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like.
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Mike. Check 55, Mike. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Check 31.
Now our first carry for Melvin Gordon. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Get ready. 6 guys.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with... A 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Mecole Hardman. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready. 15-1. 15-1. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Shoot.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over at their own 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Let him know. Check 15.
On 3rd down, Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Go. 10-2 stop. 6-6. Pull it high.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 26-yard line.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Check the hot read. Check safety, check safety.
Now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Hey, let's get him home. Jet bomber.
Mike's 49.
Back to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Brown, his first catch. It's a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Yeah. You don't want to know. 49.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Malik Jackson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Bravo.
49 to Mike. Watch 49. It's our time. It's our time.
Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And an alley to... There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Patriots nothing.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He's going to fire one deep left side. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Gets it to Gordon. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Well, now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Brown 80! Alert!
To throw, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Check 55, Mike. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
On 1st down, it's Grant. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So off goes Allen, and on comes Steven Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got a man. It's Brown. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Bills' 45-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Shift. Stone, travel.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 50. Let's go one more. Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Black. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Second down and inches. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Right back to him on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Mike's 50. Let's set it to go.
Second and 11. This will be caught by Brown. They give him a gain of 37. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask, 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Patriots get a score closer. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. A scramble for it. I think the Patriots may have got it. They did. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influence that's going into the head coach's ear.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
And to give this time to the tailback. That one 28 yards on the ground.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes it 24-13. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They run the counter. Gordon. And some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 67 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Hauschka with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey! Let's go! Let's be different!
2nd and 5. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive? There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 72 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Here we go. 50-50. Mike 50.
Go!
Come off the ball.
Yo!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 3rd down, it's Gordon. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eli Harrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
2nd and 9.
Go.
At the 20-yard line.
Mike's 50.
Look at me. Zipper. Get it.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Hey, Delta. Go.
Check Mike 50. Watch the floor.
Smooth.
They'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Allen. Looking downfield for Jones, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Pass for 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll set up to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jerry Hughes in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Looking to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there.
319!
Check three. Single.
5 wide.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a a big loss here as he's taken down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Buffalo, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no